Welcome to Oso Libre This Week. I'm your host, Michael Barretto. And on this week's program, we have lots of special stuff for you, including Jeanine talking about Cabernet Sauvignon. Chris is going to be out in the vineyard showing us what he does during the springtime. Ashley's going to have the news for us. I'll have a special recipe. And then for everybody who needs a little laugh at the end, be sure and stick around for our bloopers. Next up, we have Jeanine, and she's going to be wrapping up her 3-week segment on all the varieties that we have planted in the vineyard. This week, we've saved the best for last, Cabernet Sauvignon. Check this out.
Hi guys, Jeanine here. Today, I'm going to talk to you about my favorite variety, Cabernet Sauvignon. So Cabernet Sauvignon is a result of an accidental breeding done back in the 17th century in France between Cabernet Franc and Sauvignon Blanc. So that was actually not proven until a DNA study done by UC Davis in the 1990s. So Cabernet Sauvignon is grown in almost every wine growing region from here to South America. It is also the most popular wine in the United States. Cabernet Sauvignon is a red grape variety known for its thick, durable skin and the vine's resistance to elements. It has relatively high yields, and due to its healthy level of tannins, it has great ageability. You can lay it down for quite an extended period of time. Here at Oso Libre, we have 3 Cabernet blocks. This one down below, we have the high hilltop, and then on the other side of the tasting room here down below as well. Cabernet Sauvignon is used in quite a large amount of our blends here. We have Reserva, which is Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. We have Querida, which is typically always going to be a Bordeaux blend. Pur Vida, which is our estate blend, Cabernet Sauvignon, Mourvedre, and Primitivo, which we'll be talking about today. And of course, our flagship, Quixotic, which is 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet Sauvignon can provide a wide spectrum of flavors ranging from fruit-forward in warmer climates down to herbaceous in cold climates. Cabernet Sauvignon is an excellent food pairing wine. Today, Michael is going to be pairing it with our 2015 Pur Vida Estate Blend, which is Cabernet Sauvignon Dominant. Enjoy!
Wow, I've learned so much about Cabernet Sauvignon, Primitivo, and Mourvedre from watching those videos. I feel like a sommelier. Thanks, Jeanine. Now, if anybody has any questions or comments about today's program, be sure and comment on Facebook Live. We'll be responding throughout the program. Next, it's off to Chris, who's out in the vineyard. We'll track him down and get some information on what he's doing out there now. Watch this.
Sitting on a rainbow, got a string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love.
Well, hi again, I'm Chris. We're out in the vineyard doing some mowing. What you can see is we wait until really late in the mowing season to cut the grass, and the reason we do it is it's starting to turn brown. You can see over in here where the grass is about 1.5 feet high, but it's partially brown, and the reason that helps is when it's really green, it's too rich, it's too wet, it won't cut evenly, and it requires us to mow more often. And one of the enemies of the vineyard is soil compaction. Each time you drive big machinery like this, you compact the soil, making it less available to bring in the nutrients of water and other things that are needed, as well as all the microbiology that lives in those grasses. You're disturbing it more often than you need to. So we wait until this time of year to mow, and that way I can mow only once. And it allows us to stay with our sustainable way of life over here. So let's talk just a little bit about the work we do in viticulture, which is my job over here. We'll start to train this in another couple of weeks. We'll come in and we'll do what's called shoot thinning. This doesn't need any shoot thinning, but right in here you might find a little bit. When you find something that is right at the base of where the bud is, and it's not going to produce a little cluster of fruit, you're going to cut that shoot off. And the reason is, as the canopy gets heavy, you need to get as much air through it as you can for the biggest enemy of the vineyard right now, and that's powdery mildew. So we're gonna try to slow the growth of powdery mildew, and especially with this moist week we're having now, we'll spray. I will spray a product called Metal, and I'll add stylet oil to it and Freeway. Freeway is the spreader. It will allow the Metal and the stylet oil to mix with thousands of droplets. It's micronized, so it makes it stick. It'll get that. It's a fungicide, the Metal, and the stylet oil is just high quality mineral oil, and it has a way to actually act as an insecticide and a fungicide. But I hope I've taught you a little bit or helped you understand a few of the things. It's pretty much just basic, and until we see each other again, I wish you well.
Thanks for that, Chris. It was very informative. Now, there's a lot more information that he gave us while we were out there today, but it was way too long for this program. So if you'd like to watch the full interview with Chris, it'll be posted on our YouTube channel tomorrow, so be sure and check it out. Next, it's time for the news. Ashley has all sorts of information for us and a little bit of commentary as well. So take it away, Ashley.
And now the news from Adelaide and beyond. On Wednesday, aircraft from the California National Guard 144th Fighter Wing flew over California cities to salute frontline medical workers. We sent out our expert photographer Zuri to catch the action. Let's have a look at the footage. So I am thinking that the walk-in clinic at Lake Nacimiento did not really warrant being in the path of the flyby. People in more populated areas like San Miguel were able to see it. We did get a photo for them to have a look. Today's news, as you might be able to guess by now, is brought to you by Oso Libre Winery. The wine of the day is our Pura Vida blend, the pinnacle of production from the estate. 3 varieties, Cabernet Sauvignon, Primitivo, and Mourvedre, harmoniously expressing our unique terroir. This wine is the perfect complement to just about anything from Osso Buco to beef stroganoff. Actually, I think that I would even like it with green eggs and ham. Well, maybe not in a car, but definitely in a bar. I might drink it in a box, for sure with a fox. I would drink here or there, just about anywhere. If I had to with a goat, I have on a boat. You see, I like Oso Libre wines because Ash I am. And now, the weather. This week in Paso Robles, we'll see highs in the lower 90s, but mainly in high 80s, with lows in the 40s.
Hey, that's last week's copy. Look around.
Oh, well, okay, yes, it did rain yesterday, and we'll be lucky if the highs get to 62, and the wind does not blow my hat off before I finish this bit. This week's vineyard report shows the vine that we have been tracking for 4 weeks now, and check this out. Woo! And now, for me, the most liberating portion of the program. And for Barreto, I am sure it is the most tense, as he never knows what's going to come out of my mouth. So today on Ashley's Opinion. Yeah, that's good. Okay, this week I want to talk about the paleo diet. Really, what is that? I mean, you can't eat dairy, cheese. It is like the main food group in my diet. And who has time to go around foraging for all these nuts and grains?
Actually, there's probably people watching this that are on the diet. We can't offend them. Choose another topic, please.
Okay, then, let's talk about the vegans.
No!
Oh, my God. Okay, then, what should I talk about?
Whatever you want. Choose something.
Okay, how about dog breeds? Does that work?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, guys.
You can't mess that one up.
Well then, let's talk about my favorite dog breed, the Corgi. I mean, come on. They fluffy, furry little butts, and they look like a loaf of bread, and they got the shortest little legs, but they're so cute and fluffy, and you just want to squeeze them and take them everywhere. I mean, like, it may not fit in my purse exactly, but I can get them to go anywhere. I mean, they are the best dogs ever. I love corgis. I just want to squeeze them all the time. Well, that was my rant for the week. Now back to Michael.
Thank you, Ashley, for what was mostly informative. Unfortunately, that will be the last of your opinions that we hear for quite some time. Next, I will continue my vendetta against top round roast that we have in the freezer, and we'll tackle beef stroganoff. Check this out. Hello, and welcome back to the kitchen here at Oso Libre. Today we're going to be doing beef stroganoff. Beef stroganoff is a classic dish that just has nice warmth and heft and flavor. It's a great comfort food, and it's pretty simple to do. So I've taken the liberty of cutting out a couple steps so that you don't have to watch all the knife work, but we're going to be starting off with our friend, the Top Round Roast. It's another appearance by the Top Round Roast, and today I've cut it into slices and then seasoned it with salt, pepper, and a little bit of flour. Also, you're going to need some onions, mushrooms, and some cream of mushroom soup, and some egg-based pasta. We'll throw that together, and that'll be our dinner for this evening, or lunch, and whatever the case may be. So we're going to start off by browning the meat. I'm going to turn on my stove here, get it warm, a little bit of olive oil to the pan, just to help coat it up, and in goes the meat. And what we're going to do is brown this on all sides. Okay, about 5 or 7 minutes have gone by. We've got the meat browned on all sides. And so we're ready to pull that from the pan and move on to the onions. And now we're going to add our onions. And mushrooms. And we're just going to kind of grill these up. Take about 10 minutes to sweat them down. So I hope everybody's been having fun watching me cook for the last few weeks in the kitchen, depleting our inventory of top round roasts. If anybody's interested, we have some available for sale, believe it or not. Just give a call or email to the tasting room. We'll be happy to send one out to you. You see that they are very versatile. Use them in all types of cooking. Okay, we're about ready to put all the ingredients together and let the dish finish cooking up. We've got our onions and mushrooms been sweated down. We're going to add the beef back. All the drippings, everything there. And then for the sauce, another kitchen ingredient, Campbell's cream of mushroom soup. Pop the top, and in goes the goodness. And then to thin it down a little bit, just a little bit of water. You'll notice that I didn't add salt or pepper to the onion mixture, and I did that on purpose. There was enough salt on the meat and in this mushroom soup, concentrated, that it'll be able to carry the dish pretty much through. As always, we'll taste it before we serve it. but I think there's going to be enough seasoning in it to get us going. So all I'm going to do is just kind of get this all mixed in here and bring it to a simmer. Okay, now we have most of the ingredients combined. It's at a simmer. Just kind of monitor the temperature. We're going to cover this, and it's going to cook for about 20 minutes. In that time, we'll get the pasta ready, and then we'll be ready to plate it up. Okay, we're almost done simmering the sauce. It's time to put the pasta on. I've got my pot of water to a boil. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to season it up. That should be good. Now I'm going to put in egg noodles, which I was able to find at a local grocery store, oddly enough. Pasta's ready. Now to our simmering sauce, we're going to add a cup of sour cream, and that's going to thicken it up and add some creaminess to it. Just stir that in. And then I tasted it about halfway through to check for salt and pepper. There was enough salt in it, like I said, from the soup. I'll check it one more time after the sour cream. So while that finishes up this week, our featured wine is Oso Libre Por Vida. It is a combination of all the varieties that we grow here on the property. It's a base of Cabernet Sauvignon, which Jeanine talked about earlier. We have Mourvedre and Zinfandel in the mix. Adds a nice little rustic flair, and that's what this kind of European dish really calls for. There's some thickness to the wine, but also a good acidity balance, which the creaminess of the sauce will kind of counteract. Great aromatics. It's going to be a nice pairing. So as we get ready to eat, all you're going to do is take a little bit of the pasta, and you can use a bowl if you want, or a plate, depending on how many people you're feeding and what you want your presentation to look like. Got my sauce. Got some mushrooms on top. And now we have our beef stroganoff, top round roast, a little bit of pasta. And Por Vida. I want you all to know that that tasted as good as it looks. So if you get a chance, try it in your own kitchens. You'll be very happy. Next, from us here at Oso Libre, we'd like to let you know that we have plenty of wine that we could ship to you at your homes if you feel the need for some. Also, beef top round roasts. Yes, we have them. If you need 1, 2, 3, let us know. We'll be happy to ship you one. As we look to next week's program, we're going to change it just a little bit, trying to get a little bit more audience interaction. So what I'd like you to do on the other side of the camera this week is think about questions that you have for me or Chris or anybody here at Oso Libre. Feel free to email them to us at info@osolibre.com, or next week during Facebook Live, just post them and we will respond live on the program. And we just want to get questions like, how are the 2014s tasting? Or when was bud break this year? Just questions that you might have, trying to get a little bit of interaction. It'll be fun, trust me. Okay? And also, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. We have all of our episodes posted there, as well as individual segments. So if all you want to do is watch the news, you can watch those. Or if you want to listen to Chris ramble away, go ahead and watch that. So, from me, Michael Barretto, and the rest of us here at Oso Libre, have a wonderful week. Thank you. Take one, news of the week. So after I click when I'm gone, then you go.
Okay.
Ready?
However, that was only proven recently. Okay.
Okay, I gotta go check on something. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think things are all cooked up now.
All the way from the beginning?
Yeah, all the way from the beginning. Take 16.
Cabernet Sauvignon can provide a wide spectrum of flavor ranging from Ooh!
Oh, my most favorite thing. I just can't imagine. How can you not eat cheese? And what else do paleo people do?
Okay, pasta is now ready. We're gonna drain it off and we're about ready to eat. Never mind. Stop.
So, Cabernet Sauvignon is grown in almost every wine growing country. It is.
Well, hi there. Can you hear me?
And action.
20, even 30 years later, if you do it right. If you do it right. Right.
Okay.